Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I think I didn't make any video recently because I was in my world, I was doing my stuff too. So this video will be, I think it probably take 2 or 3 parts. It's gonna be a little bit long because I'm going to pour my heart, I will say like that, and talk to you about something that I think really I have in my heart these past few months. Probably like since last year, it became really something that I had in my heart. And maybe some of you will not find this video interesting. Maybe some of you will find it interested. I don't know. Interesting, I don't know. But it's about education, and I really want to talk about that because I come from a country where authorities have really take that um, part of the life of the country very like a lot of negligence has been done in the field of education in my country, unfortunately. So what I want to say is I want to share. I mean, this video will have probably 2 or 3 parts. I will try not to be awkward because I don't prepare my video. I'm just going the way I feel and I share with you how I feel about a situation. Um, First of all, I would like to address some comments that sometimes I hear or when people say today, oh, but education is not that important. You can make money on your own and blah, blah, blah. And other people say, education, you can just have an idea or you have today, I think, artificial intelligence and everything that can work for you and blah, blah. And I agree, artificial intelligence is very interesting, those days. I mean, these days. I have to admit, artificial intelligence is very interesting, but I also worry in some part of this idea of using a lot artificial intelligence. But still, it doesn't remove the fact that, okay, it doesn't erase the fact that education is still important. And I think I will explain to you why I believe it. I will have some stories also, anecdote. I think we say that in English, I don't know. And bear with me because I am not an English speaker. I am a French speaker and I will talk like the way I think I can, make myself understood. Education is important. Some people have seen, when you come from my country, for example, when you go through the history of my country, and I see my parents, for example, the generation of my parents, for example, most of them uh, had no other alternative, other than going to get education. Even our grandparents, for some of them, my grandmother didn't go to school. My grandfather was on my father's side, oh, no, on my mother's side. We're fortunate to study, to have some, knowledge, because he was raised in missionary. If you read my blog, I talk about him a little bit. When I was young, I remember I went to study abroad. Why? For many reasons. My father decided that we would be leaving my country, Gabon, to go to study in another African country. First, he wanted us to go to France, not to join my 2 sisters who are living in France already. But at the end, he decided to send us to another African country in the west part of Africa. I will tell the story more later on. It's a long story. Me, I went through a lot when I was young. Yeah, I went through a lot. And I think it really helped me in some ways because sometimes people don't know me. Sometimes people judge me by the appearance, saying that I'm difficult, I'm arrogant, but they don't know me. I'm a very humble person. I'm very simple. I am an open book because I've been going through a lot in my life, okay, when I was young. If you watch my previous video, I talked to you about my father, who was political activist as well, beside the fact that he was working as an airline pilot, so he was traveling often. Being very involved into politics and being with a father like that, and you are kind of, you don't necessarily understand everything, because when you are young, it is not something that you understand. Politics is difficult to understand. But when I left my country, it was painful because I was very into family. You know, family is very important for me. It was painful. And I can say that it was a very painful experience the first time I left, because yeah, usually I was traveling, but it wasn't the same thing like they will drop you somewhere else in a unknown land. Okay, we are African, but we have different culture, we have different world in the same continent. Okay, so to those who don't know, Africa is not a country; it's a continent with different countries, different independent states and presidents. Okay, and different culture, different culture, some kind of probably a little bit of same history, but we have different histories in some aspect of our background. You know, we went to West Africa. Okay, I didn't know West Africa. Yeah, I used to see people from West Africa in my country, but I wasn't used to their culture. You know, it's another thing to live to another country, even, but it's different to go live in their countries. Okay, and I saw there was no many similarities with the central part where I am from. We are at the time when I went to this country, we have a very much difference. I can say that in Gabon we were kind of a little bit liberal in some ways, but in this country that I'm talking about, it was kind of more conservative and traditional in some ways. So it was like a kind of cultural clash for me. Okay, a cultural shock in some ways. I want to study there. I will talk about the story later on, how we attend the public Catholic school, high school that my father really wanted us to go, because it was a well-known, had good name, reputation. Sorry, I will talk to you about that in another video later on. But I was in a host family before going to the dormitory of the school. We were also going to a host family. The host family was very, in some way, traditional in the way they were living. In some ways, they were half traditional, and half a little bit modern. I will say that. In this country, in that country, I'm not going to offend anybody here. Okay, I don't want to offend anybody. The culture was different. This children labor, child labor, child labor. Okay, child labor. I don't know what happened now, because I'm talking about the early 90s. Was very normal. Okay, in their culture. Yeah, there are people who have a culture of child labor. We also call it slavery in a way, because sometimes they even use the word slaves. Yeah, they will say that. So you understand that me coming from another part of the continent, like another part of Africa, like the central part, just next to them, it was kind of shocking for me, because you learn in history, you learn in elementary, elementary school. I don't know how you say that in English in America. Before high school, you learn slavery in history, so it can be a very cultural shock that you have African people who are still practicing in some ways slavery, in a way, because the little girl, she was working for the family full time, did not attend school, did not have clothes, like new clothes. It was shocking for me. Was working from day to night, work that shows that adult could be doing, but I didn't know how she was remunerated, you say in English, how she was paid. I don't know. What was her salary? I don't know. But I didn't see something that, you know, could make her life different. Yeah, some people might say, oh, but the teacher, they are from family. There are some family who are very nice with those children. Sometimes they take them to, I don't know, entertainment, buy them, clothes. But the thing I will always respond to that statement is, was it a good thing that the child is working while the child was supposed to go to school like the other children in the house? You see what I mean? She have to go to school. You have a little girl, vulnerable, working for people, often sent to the market. When I say market, in the African market, adult men sometimes around, because you have to know that pedophilia is real. Okay, you have people doing stuff around. What marked me one day, I saw that girl one day next to the wall. The wall of the house were next to the school, elementary school. Children were singing the alphabet. Children were doing school, so she could hear children in classrooms while she was washing the dishes, doing laundry, washing laundry. I was there because at that time we were on holidays. No, we were almost going to holidays. I don't know how I was there, but there were still some classes in the primary and elementary school. I was already in high school. I think it was my second year in high school there. But that scene marked me so much. The girl was standing next to the wall. She was trying to learn the alphabet through the wall as she heard the children singing the alphabet. I was young, probably 13 years old, but I was marked by that scene. And I realized how fortunate I was to have parents who sent me to school. And I realized that I had probably more opportunity because I had access to education. If you tell to that girl that education is not important, why would she respond to you? You are a fool. Because I need education to get out of this social system. I need education. I believe that education is still important. We talk to the next video.